Hey there. So today we're going to discuss learning experiences related to language and literacy for three age groups: 0 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 5. So first of all, I'll start with discussing a little bit about language and literacy. So language and literacy are foundational to early childhood development, as they support communication, cognitive skills, and social relationships. Through language-rich activities, children enhance their vocabulary, storytelling abilities, and comprehension. Today, we'll explore language and literacy activities for children aged 0 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 5. And we'll also discuss how these activities promote learning in alignment with the EYLF. So we'll be starting with the 0 to 2 years age group. So for babies and toddlers aged 0 to 2, language and literacy activities focus on sensory experiences and early communication skills. First, we'd be reading books with pictures. Reading simple picture books to babies helps them associate words with images. For example, if we're telling them a story about a rabbit, we'll have a picture book that has a clear picture of a rabbit, so that they would know that this animal, this white fluffy animal, is called a rabbit. So this helps them associate words with images. The repetition of sounds or words in the story which would strengthen their understanding of language patterns. Talking and pointing at pictures. Toddlers love to point at pictures in the books while adults narrate the scenes. This enhances vocabulary and understanding of object names. We can also sing simple rhymes in songs like "The wheels on the bus go round and round." It promotes listening skills and memory, and helps babies begin to understanding the rhythm of language. Okay, so for this activity, the resources that we would need is a colorful picture book, tactile books, and nursery rhyme recordings, or we can just sing it ourselves. So this activity aligns with the EYLF outcome 1.1, as babies and toddlers develop a sense of security and trust in their caregivers through shared reading and communication. They also support outcome 5.1, as children's understanding of language begins to develop through interaction with familiar adults. Okay, so we'll move on to the next age group, which is 2 to 3 years old. For toddlers this age, language and literacy activities focus on expanding vocabulary, narrative skills, and social communication. Storytelling with props would be the first activity that we would do. Toddlers use props like dolls, toy animals to tell their own stories. This encourages imagination, vocabulary, and narrative structure. Secondly, we can do an interactive reading session where reading more complex books and asking toddlers like, "What do you think happens next? Can you point to the cat?" which engages them in the reading process, and they really enjoy giving answers to these questions because it makes them feel confident, and it makes them feel self-confident just answering these questions. So thirdly, we'll do rhyming games, which are what rhymes with a cat. They will answer bat, which helps toddlers recognize phonemic patterns and enhance their listening skills as well. So resources for these activities are, again, storybooks, simple toys for storytelling, and rhyming cards or games. This activity aligns with EYLF outcome 4.1, as toddlers build on their emerging skills to interact with others in a more complex way. They also support outcome 3.2, as toddlers develop fine motor skills through pointing and handling books or props. Lastly, we have 3 to 5 year olds. For preschoolers and 3 to 5 year olds, Language and literacy activities emphasize more complex storytelling, reading comprehension, and written expression. We can create a storybook with children. They can just create their own stories, simple storybooks, drawing pictures, dictating words to an adult. This fosters creativity, helps children understand the structure of a story. We can also do a group storytelling session where preschoolers take turns adding parts to a group story, developing narrative skills and understanding sequence and structure. Also, this would also develop their communication skills, because it's a group activity and they would obviously talk and put forward their idea, so it would improve their communication skills as well. Lastly, we have writing names and simple words. Children practice writing their names and simple words, fostering fine motor skills and literacy development. Resources for these activities include paper, crayons, markers, storybooks, and writing tools. This activity aligns with the EYLF outcome 5.3, as preschoolers develop the ability to communicate their ideas creatively and express themselves through various media. They also support outcome 2.1, as children build relationships through collaborative storytelling and group discussions. To conclude this, language and literacy are critical for early childhood development, setting the foundation for future academic and social success. By integrating reading, storytelling, and writing into daily routines, educators promote language acquisition, comprehension, and creative expression. These activities align with the EYLF and support children's development in key areas like communication, social skills, and cognitive growth. As children engage in these activities, they continue to strengthen their understanding of the world around them. Thank you.